We've made huge progress on building our shipping container home over the past few months, from craning in the stairwell tower to building and roofing in the upstairs living room and completing the install of 28 windows and doors. The push has been on to get the exterior finished before the spring rainy season hits. With the time crunch officially on, it's time to suit up and get this home watertight. Come along.
I wanna run away with you. I don't really care where to. Just wanna be alone with you.
I don't think I'll ever get over these windows.
No, it's really exciting seeing like them all in now, and the space is really transformed. Like it feels like a house now. It's pretty cool.
Especially this big window here.
Yeah, big mama. But what they're doing now is they're outside. You can see it around this window, that 3M tape that's on it, that's a waterproofing. So it's a tedious task that needs done, and a lot of these things you're not gonna see when the house is finished and sided, but it's really important because it's waterproofing. So that's gonna stop the water from seeping through the windows and really make the house last for the stand of time.
Yeah, it's not exactly glamorous, but it's an important step. So we're just gonna spend the morning doing that, sealing up all the windows, and yeah.
At least we have windows to seal.
Exactly. Feeling really great with how much we've accomplished already this morning. We've only been at it for a few hours and I feel like we're just cruising. Oh, hi buddies. Oh, and Squirrel, hi. You wanna say hi to everyone? Hi, hey. What are you guys doing? Hey? Oh, yes, maybe for good later we'll go to the river. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, boys. Okay, so for lunch today, rather than making something really complicated, I wanna kinda do an easy meal today. So if you caught the video where we actually lifted the addition into place, we ordered Subway. That was very expensive, so what I decided to do was save the platters so I can make my own sandwiches rather than going to Subway and buying them. Who needs catering when we've got a chef right here? So I just finished chopping the onion and look at this, no tears, and that is because I refrigerated it. So a couple weeks ago, I asked you guys of a solution so I'm not crying my eyes out every time I chop onions. So many suggestions, and a lot of them talked about putting onions in the fridge, which I thought was kind of weird, but clearly works because I'm not crying at all. It's pretty cool. Who wants a treat? Oh, your favorite.
Do you need help with anything?
You can sit and keep me company if you want.
That's perfect. Are you trying to say you want another piece?
You're trying to say you want another piece. And just like that, lunch is done.
Couldn't have done it without me.
Could not have done it without Todd and his company. What do you think, boys? You want to bring over lunch?
Let's go. This way, silly.
Come on.
These ones are actual cheese and meat, and then these ones are plant-based on this side. You're not having any.
You already had some.
Not happy about that, are you guys?
Every single thing that I cut down there, they were like, "Can you some?
Everything that I ate this weekend, my dog ate with.
Oh, really?
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Well, that was a quick one.
Going commando for ventilation?
Yeah. I don't want to be overheating, you know? Let's do this.
Shake it, baby.
Trying.
It's definitely heavier than a Polaroid picture.
Am I sexy?
Oh.
Heavy, eh?
Oh my God, is it ever? Okay, let me get that one up and then I'll do the next one.
Okay. So our original plan was to have the spray foam company that did the containers on the inside back in the fall. We were gonna get them back, but they're booked over a month out. So looks like Todd is a spray foam company today. So what we're doing is, you see this slope right here on either side of the cantilevered shipping container upstairs. We need to foam those entire areas, and we completely didn't even think about that when we were doing the roof and stuff a few weeks ago. But once we board that in, there's gonna be no way to insulate it from the outside. And as you know, we want this building to be super, super insulated. So it's better to do it from the outside and from the inside. And spray foam is the best method for metal. So We picked up some kits from the hardware store and we're just going after it. How you finding it? Good. He says, good. Glad that I won that round of rock, paper, scissors, to be very honest.
I need to start over here
Why?
because I need this space so I can get to the other side.
True. How do you feel about that texture?
Let it cure a little.
So Todd needs the other 2 tanks of the spray foam. It's not going very far. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get it all done. I'm sure he's doing it quite thick though, so we'll get it as far as we can get it. I'm gonna go grab those tanks.
Tell me what to do. I wanna relax now, but I'm afraid you'll change your view. I don't wanna lose you. Deep side, 'cause I know I'm seeing it. Cross-eyed like worse than what really happened.
That's so heavy. Holy.
Plunge my back out a little bit and shakes the container.
Brutal and I'm not even doing it.
I'm a muscle. If I'm not objectifying you, how do you know I love you?
How'd you find the first one?
Good. It the heat definitely makes a difference. So as you get like further down into the sun, it's expanding so much better than out where it's a little bit shaded.
Makes sense.
This is super sketchy.
Don't do this at home.
Yeah, this is why we don't have an OH&S department. Do you want me to go down and catch it from you? Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks. I need the wrenches all. Oh, yeah.
I love you. Be safe.
I love you too. If I don't make it, have a nice trip with my life insurance.
All right, we are all set up to do roof number 2. So Todd just slid his way on his butt to the other side, and then now we're gonna get spraying that. We did end up using 2 full cans just for that small area, which is pretty surprising. This says it does 600 board. We definitely did not get that much. So going forward, it's worth hiring the actual spray foamers, but like I said, they were a month out, so this is all we could do. Anyway, I'm rambling. Time to get spraying.
Deep side, 'cause I know I'm seeing it. Cross-eyed like worse than what really happened. Too high, I built things inside my mind. This time, burn it down, goodbye.
As much as I'd love to spend the rest of the afternoon flying the drone and watching Todd insulate, there is a million other things that I should be doing right now, like helping Corey and Blair. So they've been spending the last few hours sealing up all of the windows that we did. So we need to create like a barrier so we never get water inside the envelope of the building. However, this product, Resisto, is absolute garbage and it's supposed to do the same thing. So now, because it curled and it's not as durable, I have to rip all of this off, because what we need to do is reseal these windows because we don't want water to get in, and then we're gonna insulate over top like we did with the rest of the envelope of the building. Let's get after it.
I don't see the end inside.
As luck would have it, I was this close to finishing all the spray foam insulation and I ran short, so I'm headed to the local hardware store and fingers crossed they have another kit there, because I really don't feel like going into the city, but this needs to get done. So let's get going.
I can't see the night sky. Oh, why don't we just leave this world alone?
Okay, so it turns out they don't have the kit that we need. They have some other product, but it's not insulation, and we really want to do this right. So I'm gonna be making a trip into the city, but that's okay. I'm gonna be energized, and that's thanks to the sponsor of today's video, AG1. AG1 is an all-in-one health formula jam-packed with 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. It is so easy to consume. You can do it while on the road like I am today with my travel packs and my bottle, and it is so tasty, and you're just going to get all that good stuff flooding into your body. It helps you with your gut health, your immune support. We've been sleeping so much better since we started taking this almost 3 years ago every single day, and you can try it by using our link in the description box down below. By using that link, they're gonna hook you up with 5 free travel packs as well as a 1-year supply of the vitamin D drops, and those travel packs are really handy in case you ever have to make impromptu trips to the hardware store in the city. But for now, let's get rolling, crank some tunes, and make the best of this situation.
Can't keep waiting till the next one. Try to say it's tired, but you don't move. You're taking, breaking, don't seem to notice. I gifted you a garden that you turned stone.
So the guys just left for the day, and we got half of this container wall done on the outside. It's looking really good. Todd is still not back though with the spray foam. I would say it's the one downside about living in the middle of the woods is that whenever you need something, like you need it as in today, you kind of have to go into the city. Like we just don't have a lot of stuff around here. So we're feeling like kind of overwhelmed lately, I would say. Yeah, overwhelmed is the best way to explain it. The days have been really long, obviously doing like the physical stuff, but all through the evening, we're doing design choices like flooring and paint colors and cabinet colors and tile and everything you can imagine. It's, there's way more choice out there than I ever could have imagined. And it's weird, we'll like narrow it down to like 2 or 3 that we're like, we love, and then we can't get past that. I don't know if that makes sense or if anyone is like that, but like, I can't pull the trigger on it. It's really, actually, I don't know if this would be interesting at all to you guys, but maybe we could share like, these are the 3 floors that we like. Pick one. Yes, let's do that. Do you guys want to do that? Comment below if you want to do that. Let's do it though, because that would take a lot of pressure off of us. More so me, because Todd's like, whatever you want, hun, I'll do whatever you want. All right, I'm rambling. I'm rambling because I'm avoiding right now. I need to clean up and reset for tomorrow. I need to clean up from lunch. Can you come do it for me, please? Oh, okay. Good chat. I gotta go get sweeping.
You should go try Neptune. Maybe you should find a new home. Maybe you should go try Neptune.
All right, so that turned out to be way more of an ordeal than I thought, but I did end up finding the insulation, and I also found supper in the form of sushi. So I used to hate sushi, and now anytime I go into the city, there's this place that we really like because it does all kinds of different vegetarian options. Plus, I get mine wrapped in, you do seaweed, I do rice paper for mine because I don't like the seaweed, but we've got like, this one's avocado and peanut, and then we've got panko and avocado and yam tempura.
Just all like the good stuff. I cannot wait. It's time to dish this up. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it has been a very long day. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Probably a couple more long days coming after that. So we're just gonna chow into this and catch up with you in the morning. Okay, so we got a little bit of snow overnight, so I'm gonna go up on the roof and just have a look to see how wet it is up there. You're coming up to the staging with me, but we are gonna see if it's dry enough to finish spray foaming. So, whew, getting better with heights, I have to say. Okay, so no snow, which is good. You can see, but we need to get the leaf blower just to take the moisture off. So in order for it to stick to the container as well, it needs to be dry. So that is what we're gonna do to get started.
There was way more water up there than we thought, but it all needs to go. So Todd just finished up there and now we're gonna get spraying. The reason all the water needs to go is not just because we're spray foaming, but as soon as we do this, we're gonna clad that roof in so it's fully finished, and we don't want water to be under there permanently, so gotta do it. It's worth the extra step. So we're gonna get dressed and start foaming.
Tell you what, you could start an OnlyFans, or you just shake canisters.
Goodbye, baby. This is used. You're joking.
Nope, not joking.
We're gonna see if we can actually get any product out of this. These have to be stored in like such particular temperatures. It's like a very narrow window, so we're hoping that we can actually get some product out of here because we're not going into the city again. How you feeling?
I want to wait and see before we go like full crazy with it that it cures the same. Like, see how it looks so much different? Like that's still a little tacky, but it's not like I'm not getting the same rise, I feel. All right, so I just finished doing all the spray foam and it looks really good. So if you look here, you can see that this is a 2x6, which is actually about 5.5 inches tall. So we have all of this with spray foam across the entire rooftop of the container, which is going to give us so much insulation. On top of that, well, technically underneath of that, on the inside of the container, on the ceiling, we're doing another 2 inches of spray foam. So it's going to be really, really insulated. And the reason for that is we want to keep all the heat in the winter and all of the cold in the summer to just make sure that the house is always a comfortable temperature. So insulation is the key for that. So really happy with how it turned out, but I am going to get out of this white jumper because it is getting very warm very quickly.
All right, with the cantilevered shipping container finally spray foamed in, Todd did a really great job with that. It's time for the next step. So you'd think we would be done with insulating, but no. We are gonna fill this entire cavity on either side with rock wool insulation. So it's a stone wool insulation that's much cheaper and more environmentally friendly than the spray foam. You have to do the spray foam directly on the metal so it doesn't get any condensation or any water issues, but over top, we're gonna opt for the cheaper stuff. So I'm gonna start lifting the bags up and we're gonna get going on that.
This is life up here.
For you. I'm like in a panic every time I'm up here. Oh, I hate it. I hate heights. Is that stuff good, Blair?
This stuff?
Yeah.
They use them boats.
Yeah,
and it's good for deadening and sound too, right?
Yeah.
For soundproof and insulation.
God, we put too many levels in this house.
So unfortunately, we do not have enough insulation to finish this side of the roof. So I'm gonna run to the store and pick up some more. Todd did the store run yesterday, so that's on me today.
Hopefully yours goes better than mine did.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you need?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
All right. Well, good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, you too.
Just wanna keep you in my mind.
While Tyler's at the hardware store, we're gonna work smarter, not harder, and get the boards pre-cut so that when he's back with the insulation, we can just drop everything into place and get the roof done.
Very, very happy right now. I don't have to drive into the city in order to get the insulation. There apparently is enough close by, so it's gonna be good. Hey, we're just closing in a roof, so it doesn't really matter the width of it. Right now we are using 24-inch stuff. Hey, these two little boys deserve a treat. What do you guys think? Hey, do you want a treat? Hey? Yeah, you guys have been good boys. Hi, I'm gonna get 4 plain Timbits. Good boys, good boys. We'll save one for an afternoon snack.
So Tyler just got back with the extra insulation, which means that we're able to move on with the other roof. So Corey and Blair are just bringing up the bundles with the lift because it's so much easier to do it this way than the way that I did it, bringing a bundle up the scaffolding. Like, look, they're already here with it. So anyway, now that we've got all the material we need, we're back on track and moving on.
So glad that we went the extra step of adding that insulation up there. It brings the total insulation value for the roof from R45 to R67. This is gonna be huge over time. It's gonna mean that the panels are gonna have to produce less energy in order for us to heat and cool the home. So the next thing we need to do is roll out the ice shield so we can make this building watertight, and we're good to go for the roofing.
So we just finished insulating the ends of the containers, which is so exciting. They're all taped up, ready to go, which means it's officially time to get working on the siding and the metal roof, or at least we thought it was. So the downside of using such a good quality roof is that it's really hard to cut through. We spent the last couple hours trying to cut it, and even the metal blades, the diamond blades, couldn't even cut through it. So there's definitely a specialty cutter we need to find. We're gonna do a little bit more research, and spare your eardrums and just kind of keep playing around with it and see if we can make some progress. All right, well, they're working on that. I'm gonna get to work on a project outside. So a couple years ago, when we dug the pond and made it bigger, we added this little bench here as a seating area, but we never built a trail to it because we didn't really know how the house was gonna look and where everything was gonna fall into place. So now that it's here, I figured I might as well start off the spring with some outside projects of working on a trail to it. And you know what? There's not much I can do inside right now, and I just need to keep busy. So let's get to it, because I figured we'll clean up this ditch area here and we'll, yeah, just make it look pretty.
Calculate the time it takes for friends to turn to strangers, for pawns to turn to tidal waves, for me to turn to you. This poem was just another song. This rain was just another storm. The sunset's just a view, and my view is only you.
Hard at work or hardly working?
Definitely hard at work. I didn't realize how much of my fitness I lost over the winter.
Oh yeah, it goes quick, hey?
Oh yeah, a lot of potato chips eaten on the couch.
This looks really good.
Thanks. What I'm doing now is I filled this in and put a pipe so that we still have water running through, because there is a bit of a ditch here. And then this is going to be the walkway up to the bench, so I'm actually pulling the moss off of where the walkway is going and then working it into the rocks to make them look as though they're a bit more natural.
Oh, that'll be really pretty.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think having this path like up from here around the house up to the seating area is gonna be really pretty.
Yeah, and we can just come and share our thoughts with Fran. Hey Fran.
She's a good girl.
She is. She's the least maintenance pet that we have.
Yeah. This is a really nice spot, isn't it?
Yeah, with the waterfall going.
Oh yeah. So peaceful. We're in a little bit of denial.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Denial of getting up off of this. It feels good sitting down. What are you thinking about it all?
I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Like,
that's kind of half of the journey, you know, is just fumbling your way around like a sock in a dryer.
I feel like we've been bouncing around the dryer a lot this week.
The dryer or the toilet bowl?
One of them, both probably. I don't know. We have a meeting tomorrow with the siding and the roofing people. Not Corey and them, like the installers, like the actual company that we bought the material from. There's just so many little trim pieces and J edges and
it's all different because we're trying to salvage as much of the original order from what we were supposed to have for the house in the first design. So That's where a little bit of creativity is coming into play.
It's all a part of the process, right guys?
Exactly. You're starting to learn, you know, 3 years in.
All right, well, I don't know what the plan is, but I want to go sit down and relax for a bit.
Sounds good. Maybe pop a bottle of wine.
Some more of that sushi. We got leftovers.
Oh, I can't wait for a belly full of wine and sushi.
Oh, all right, well, on that note.
Oh!
Gotta bolt that down a little more.
Scarlett took a tumble.